recording. And can you just briefly like introduce like who you are as like a trader and like what you've been doing over the last couple of months? Just like a broad um, description of how you've been doing.
Yeah. So my name is Kyle Vu. I traded when I first started trading was in 2017. I hop on the train like team site thing. I learned every single thing kind of basic from there and watch every single thing like about Tim Grittini. Like that's when Stephen Ducks first started out too. That's how I started. And I go to join basically during that time I joined basically every single chat room out there that available. Ross Cameron chat room, Team Site chat room, Deckmar chat room, and also like Investor Underground chat room. But yeah, I started in 2017. I traded for 4 months. At the end of 4 months, I found a little bit success. I would not say it guarantees success, but I see a little bit light at the end of the tunnel. But then I hop on a Bitcoin hype, and after that, uh, I make quite a bit of money within 2 weeks. Double my account from 25 to 50K within 2 weeks. So I really thought it could take off, but then Bitcoin crashed, and after that, at the end of it, I just basically lost a little bit, not much, maybe 2 or 3K, but it killed my confidence from trading.
Mm.
I never to go back then until the coronavirus hit in 2007. I mean, 2020 March. I start to sold out my long position because I keep thinking the market kind of tank. And after that, it rebounds so hard, and I feel so miss out. It's like, okay, maybe invest long term not even work out for me either. So I jumped back into trading. That's when I started. And from then, I tried a future market. I trade in forex market. Blew up a couple small account then during that time, and after that, I think May 2nd, I got a big loss in all of those. I've been doing pretty well for a couple days, and after that, I give back all my loss, all my gain within 1 day because the thing is, I always hold my loser and do not know how to cut loss properly. And after that, one incident happened, and literally overnight, I decide because I talked to my wife about certain thing. But yeah, overnight, I literally decide and just switch for me. And after that, all I need to do, basically, my strategy was working, but it's just I didn't cut loss. That's the main thing. So I start to scalping penny stock, and it start turn out well for me from then. No, I scalping big cap first, and later on, after 2 weeks later, then I started to switch to penny stock, and I stick to penny stock from then until now, just scalping it.
And from our prior conversations, you started with this new account, trading penny stocks with $29,000. And what are you up to now?
Um, I think overall, I'm probably in gain is about more than 500,000 gain right
That's
now.
amazing. And that's in the span of what, eight
Yeah, May
months?
4th until now. May 4th
Awesome.
until now. So yeah.
And you were saying that you had experienced a lot of drawdown where your strategy was working. It's just you kept on having massive drawdowns because you weren't cutting losses. What like
Yeah.
allowed you to start cutting losses and not experiencing these larger drawdowns?
Um, so an incident happened because the thing is, I tried to short a big cap stock, like LBTK, something like that. I forgot what is it called. LBTKA maybe. Uh, and literally, I was like, oh my god, this thing go up so much. There's no way it can go up more. It literally, I shorted it and keep adding into it. I was in the profit at some point, but then my scalping, I did not take the profit. Then I'm in the red, and now I'm revenge trading and keep adding. And at the end, I was down by 4K that day, and that's a lot for me because during that time, it's like winning 500 to 1,000 is a good day. So down 4K is crazy for me during that time when my account 28,000.
Hmm.
And it's like, okay, whatever. If I take the loss now, I would not able to come back. I will be under PDT rule again. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold overnight. So I hold it overnight and wake up in the morning, and literally pre-market, I was negative 14K. So like my
Oh
account
my
got
God.
cut in half. Yeah, but the luckily thing is I was like, okay, because the volume is super low, during that time, I just hold it and it actually tanked back, and I got out with negative 4.8K for that loss. And after that, I was like, oh god, it traumatized me, and I did not know. I was like, okay, I would not be like a degenerate gambler anymore because I talked to my wife like that because my wife actually told me that because her dad is a gambler, and she said that. Um, I'm so happy that you are not a gambler like my dad and you actually learned about this stuff. And I feel so bad and all that. And it's like, oh my God, what am I doing? And like that in my thing, I did not tell her about all this situation going on. But yeah, it's like, okay, if I'm gonna deposit 4 more K and this is my last time depositing money and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'm just gonna quit. But yeah, from that day on, I went on 2 week winning streak right after that. And yeah, so after that, I just continue basically cutting all my losses base. Never had that day again where the loss is still big, but never to compared to my account size. No.
So one thing I remember is on Reddit when you finally made the decision to quit your job and move into trading full time. How long had you been having consistent profit before you made that decision?
Oh, so the thing is, what is it called? They say that. So I was trading full times in May, but the thing is, during that time, we still got to like, what is it called? The pay thing for the government support, like for unemployment thing, right?
Mhm.
And you had to go back to work, and nothing haven't opened up yet. And I was like deciding if I go back to my job, which I own nail salon, then I would not able to trade like this. And the benefit in that, it's so from what is it? That day was July 29th, right? Was it the last day that when they
Um,
start open back up, or maybe June?
I don't remember
So
like an
yeah,
exact
it's
date.
yeah, June 1st maybe. Yeah, June 1st, July 1st. So 2 months after I got consistent. But
You know,
yeah,
that's like a pretty
uh,
quick jump into the full-time trading. And I remember that the responses on your Reddit thread were overwhelmingly negative, like
yeah,
generally.
pretty negative.
How did you
Yeah.
feel so confident after only 2 months to make that transition?
I mean, like the thing with the other kind of thing, I own that business is like I only own it, but I still got somebody else to run it, but I would not make it much. And it started decreasing in customer too. But I was like, if the worst, I just come back and rebuild the shop. Uh that's the worst could happen. So I did not see any negative is and I'm pretty consistent at that point and I make quite a bit compared to if I go back to the shop and yeah, not make much compared to I mean I still make quite a bit at the shop, but then compared to like how easy it is in the market for me, and I'm very consistent at that point. I remember June, I did not have any red day at all. That's the thing that give me so much confidence. And once I have red day in July, and but the thing is the red day is barely anything compared to the green day. So yeah, and my winning streak is like non for like that time I have like 7.5 winning streak, was the longest winning streak I had yet.
I remember that. Yeah, you had a crazy winning streak. What did it feel like when you finally lost your winning streak?
Um, honestly, it doesn't feel anything. I was like, oh, it's gonna come at some point. I just don't know when it is. I keep thinking that it's maybe that day. But every single time I'm able to dig myself out of the hole somehow, because during June and July is really hot market. Uh, basically stock moving constant throughout the day. So yeah, it was pretty like even if I got red like negative 2000 in the morning, I still able to come back fairly easy until August come. But yeah, during that time, it's pretty easy to come back green for me, and I feel super confident each time.
And one thing I also remember from prior conversations is that there was the time where you went from trading in the really hot small cap market where you were pulling in 5,000 a day pretty easily. And then you had that period of time where you were only hitting 1,000, and you were saying that that affected you really negatively psychologically. Can you just kind of talk
Yeah,
about like that period in time?
yeah, yeah. So July is my highest winning. I still until this day is like July I make 110K, and literally August hit. The first week was okay. The first week I think I make around like 17, 15, 16 grand, but that's still considered little compared to what I was make the prior couple week, like 25 to 30K. But yeah, so first week of August is already down, but then right after the first week, I decided to switch to Cobra because TD Ameritrade say that I trade too much and they may halt my account or something like that. Oh no, no, make increase commission on my account. So like, okay, I better start learning a new platform. So I moved my account to Cobra, trade mainly in there. The first week I trade in Cobra, I was barely green. I think I win like 1K and that like maybe 1 to 3K or something like that. And I feel really bad inside, but I keep telling myself, okay, okay, this is just learning a new platform, just thinking like that. But after that week, I did not able to build back my confidence law. I did not, and also the market was slow too, or something. But some people say it's not slow in August yet. But for me, I did not know. Maybe I lost my confidence. That's why I felt it slow. But yeah, I was not able to make as much. But after the first week, I still do consistent. But the consistency is only like 500 to like 3 grand compared to before is 4 grand to 9 grand. So yeah, 500 to 3 grand. So I end up to the whole August I make around 36K or something like that. Yeah. And the first week I already make 15K. So the next 3 week I basically make a little bit more than my first week, for the 3 week period. That feel really bad. Imagine your income. Because the thing is, I feel like, oh man, this is really easy because like to get 100K. Because the thing is, I didn't get my full size until the end of July. So I mean, next I would able to get to 100K easy next month or something like that. That's what I thought. Because I hasn't been in the market. July is on my third month in the market. So imagine your income got cut by 70%. So yeah, it feel really bad. Like if you go any job and all of a sudden your boss say that your income now can be like 70% less. It's gonna be it felt really bad. Then I realized that, oh man, you just then I just basically try to cheer myself up and just say, yeah, just try to do my best. Do not think about the money. The hot market will come back sometime. And I literally just stuck with small size then. So July, my size for each trade was around like 20 something K. Um, and I literally cut my size to half, maybe even less than that. Actually, I only trade between 7 to 10K on most trades. So yeah, less than half because my confidence was really was cut really bad. And I just say that maybe because it's a small market, that's why I cannot make as much money. That's why I had to size down. But maybe I do not have to size down. I did not know how I would trade it now, but for me now, during even slow day, I still able to do pretty decent around 4 to 5K. But yeah, but then I was not able to because just my confidence. I just afraid of everything tanking. That's what I was afraid of.
And now you actually like when things tank for the most part. You trade better
Yeah, yeah,
when things are tanking.
because the thing is, I wait for the thing to tank to take big size because it feel much easier uh, to take big size. Depend on the thing. More toward before I scalp within like drop, then bounce back, then I sell, then it drop again, I buy back and sell within the same candle kind of thing. But now I just buy at the spot I feel is right, that gonna have a decent enough bounce and hold for like before I only hold for like maybe 20 second to 60 second. Now I hold for 2 minute to 4 minutes,
Oh wow, I didn't realize you had
maybe.
been holding that long lately. Um,
Yeah, especially for the like ticker like AMC the other day, I literally hold like that. That's how I get a big win on it because it's in each market environment, like I told you before, is kind of you kind of had to adapt to how you trade. Like yesterday, I trade AMC completely different from today how I trade AMC. Yesterday, when every single thing tanking, I would not take a trade until it halt a couple time or something like that, where I see the buyer coming in, and I hold it for around 4 minutes around then. where because the bounce within 4 minutes is super big. But where today, I hold it for literally around like 30 seconds to a minute. It's just completely different vibe of the market, how it react to it.
Today, when you were trading Cat B, which was very, very hot in the penny stock market today, um,
Yeah.
were you also having that very long hold time? Because that stock was incredibly whippy and volatile.
No, 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 no. With that stock, oh, the time when it tanked down big, that's when I hold for 2 to 4 minutes. The time when it whippy, I hold for 30 seconds.
Okay, I see, I see. Yeah, I still need to work on that, and I think that that's something that you've suggested that I definitely just need to practice in a simulator before I apply it into live trading. Because I think the adjustment
Uh-huh.
from holding for that very short time to holding for minutes is like kind of scary. Definitely worth practicing it.
Yeah.
So one of the things that has been the most impressive, besides your consistency, which is obviously like amazing, is like the pace at which you've scaled up. And it's something that just astonishes me because I'm so bad at scaling up. And I think you've mentioned it before, but you generally just were increasing the amount of capital you used each week, right? That was how you approached it.
Yeah. Yeah, first when I first start out, I was making 500 to 800 in the first week and a half or something like that. Then I start to see consistent. Then whenever I see consistency, I start increasing size. Like from to make 500 to 800, I used 3K to 4K per tray, 3K to 4K to 5K per tray. And right after that, the week after that, I started using 4K to 6K per tray. Um, then my winnings started going from 1,000 to 1,300 or something like that. And after that, I do that for a week and a half. I increase my size to 6K to 8K per week, uh, like per tray, I mean, per tray. Then I still see consistency. Then I start increasing my size from 8K to 12K. And after that, 12K to 12K to 15K and 16K to 20K. And I try to do 18K to 22K, but then that's when it started to go downhill. Then I stop. That's the end of July. That's my max size was 18K to 20K, but then um, I changed broker. Then literally, my momentum went down from there. Then I decreased back down to 7K to 10K after July.
And what are you at now with how much capital you use?
It's still for 20K on a trade that not perfect. Um, I would call that I have couple setup, but just a quick setup for the 30-second thing. I only use 20K because you cannot do bigger size than that. Bigger size than that, then it start to become really hard to get out if you go in the wrong direction. So for that 20K, for the big size where my position trading, I use quite a bit. I use like around like 80K.
Damn,
But
that's
yeah,
a big, big move up.
those did not happen often, so I had to take advantage of it.
Was AMC one of those stocks where you were taking 80K?
Not all the time, but the time is I think most of the time I use around for AMC because it's super volatile. I use it around like 50K. But then I didn't trade AMC much. On the whole day of what is it called? The whole day of Thursday, I make 11 trade. That's it.
Mm.
And I make 18K on Thursday, and I only do 11 trade. It's just completely different from today. Today is Friday, um, and Friday I was trading 80 something time, and I also trade AMC too.
Mm.
But compare that to the day before, I only make 11 trade, and Friday I make 84 trade. It's just like I say, it's kind of you had to adapt to the market how it present. The day yesterday, AMC is very flickery. Whereas what is it called? There's a lot of fear in the market for AMC overall and all that. So there's a lot of panic. I observed that from Wednesday. So whenever there's panic, it dropped down drastically, but the bounce is incredible. So every single time it have panic, I'm waiting for the right moment and I jump in with big size. And normally those are like little 11 tray. I literally make 2K per tray average.
So one of the questions I get all the time with how I trade, and especially with how you trade, is you say you're going in big size on these like massive panic sell-offs. How do you know where the bottom is? What are you doing to help try to like find the correct entry?
Uh, for the quick wick down and up, what is it called? Each stock is kind of different on how it move. Um, is really really hard. Basically, all from level two mainly. For the quick, like you call bungee thing.
Yeah, I call it the
Um,
bungee.
the bungee thing is literally just super fast movement of level two wick downward. But the thing is, for the massive drop down, you have to wait to see like the slowdown in momentum. So when you're gonna start to size in of the downward momentum, where like you see some people start stepping in a little bit, stepping in a little bit, then you normally I don't get the very bottom for those really big sizing. I got pretty close, but maybe like 5 cents off the bottom. But the bounce is normally much bigger than that, so I can take very big size and take advantage of it. But I just normally base all my decision off of level two, honestly.
Mm.
Just over time where you read it so much, it become the pattern. Also, the chart plus the level two. You cannot do one or other. You have to
Yeah, I
look at the
agree.
chart while you look at the level two at the same time to see where the price is at and how it's react to that level that you draw out that you consider as a support and the price action around that level that you think is a support. Of course, you're not going to be right every single time, but then based on all of the time that you did, what's your observation around that kind of stuff? That's what my personal experience where I watch so much of the stock and how it react to each kind of the way it move. Um, I just feel is the bottom. Basically, just a main feeling plus the level two plus the chart.
I
It's
completely agree.
yeah,
I completely.
yeah.
I've always said that like screen time is the absolute best way to practice. Would you agree with that like idea that the best way is to like actually be trading the
Yeah,
market?
yeah, honestly, you cannot just listen to somebody talk about like, oh yeah, reading level two, this how exactly you read it. There's no way you can say that exactly reading level two, this exact way every for every single stock. Because every single stock in a trade completely different from another and even trade different from one day to another day itself because the things depend on the market sentiment and like is it like people feel good about buying stock, is it gonna dip that day, is it normally nowadays they have really big panic drop down, you have to be careful like that stuff, that's all come in consideration. It's all about like how you like you cannot trade like the way scalping half time. You have to be like okay, um if I quit my trading today and if I come back like a month later and I do not know how the market react recently, I would not able to make confident trade compared to a month ago.
Hmm.
So yeah, you kind of have to like constantly watching the market how it's reacting, because a slow market and a recently last couple week nobody wants short. So yeah, last week nobody want to short because after AMC blew up so many short and all that, every single stock just skyrocketing. Nobody want to be on the short side. So the bounce kind of bigger. So that time I normally all buy dip buy only. But before I do short too on when there's a momentum is weak. So yeah, it literally you cannot depend on one thing. It's you have to decide that yourself and you only can learn that from watching the stock market over and over,
Mm,
basically.
I totally agree. I kind of wanted to talk about GME a little bit. Do you remember what the chart looked like after Robinhood and Webull restricted trading on or restricted buying on GameStop?
Yeah.
So do you remember the
So
several downhalts that had occurred, like where it downhalted like 7 times
yeah,
in a row?
yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
like
yeah,
is
yeah.
that a setup that you would be trying to like make one of your very large size in trades where you're taking like
Yeah, I
the
did. I
80,000?
did.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, I did. I did not do for AMC. I mean, not GME. I did for AMC because it's basically following the same thing.
Mhm.
Uh, I did buy on the massive down haul. That's where I got like my big win from that, like 3,000 or something dollar win from that. But I sold way too soon, like always. Um, but I learned it after that. After that, I tried to do one with GME when it panicked down to 100 something dollar.
Yeah,
I got an
that's
exact bottom, not 126. I got it in there right before the last halt. I saw it halt at 126. Right when it halt, I clicked buy 50 share. And right when I clicked buy 50 share, I was in my mind. I even messaged my sister who also trading with me, and also my other friend. Like, yeah, I'm getting 50 share. I'm planning to add to up to 200 share. And they say, "Oh wow, that's big size." I say, "That's not very big size. Only 20,000 something dollar."
yeah.
Um, because it's around 100 something during that point. So if it dipped down more right after unhalt, it dipped down for literally couple second and it way go back way up to another halt. I was not able to add to 200 share, but then it continued. But I was able to hold for a really long time because only 50 share. I
Mhm.
sold it even with 50 share. I able to make 3K.
Yeah, it ended up bouncing up
I
to
actually
VWAP
I
at
hold it. Yeah,
350.
yeah. I only hold it up to like 500. I mean 200.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
it's
not
still
able
an
to hold it
insane
up that
100
long.
or 100%
Yeah.
bounce. Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna have a dip, but then it did not have a dip, so I only hold it until then.
So, a lot of people would really not have a clue where they would want to buy whenever GME is halting down so many
Yeah,
times. And would you just say that the reason why you decided to play that last halt, because I mean it halted down like 6 times. Would you
yeah,
say
yeah,
the
yeah,
reason why you finally bought that last one is from like your reading of the chart in level two? That's
yeah. Not only the chart level two, the level two during that time don't tell you much.
mhm.
Um, because right after it halt, it's just like straight down halt. It's not like, oh, I'm slowing down for you.
Yeah,
So the best way to honestly playing that day, I realized, is wait until the first green halt up. Um, wait until the first green halt up, and when it out of that halt right there, see what it does doing. You can if it gap up and start to wick down to where level the O halt, you can buy a little bit there. And if it wick down really fast again, you can just try to get out right before the other halt. But then if it doesn't, it normally go way back up straight. And after that, it's just green candle after green candle after green candle. It happens so many times with AMC and GME. Um, over and over. That's how I able to. I miss on Wednesday. So right after Wednesday it did that one time, but then I think I did it a couple trade, but then I do super small size and I was not able to hold long time at all. But I realized that I missed out on Wednesday. And after that, I observed that and I was like, okay, I'm have to do that today on Thursday. So Thursday, that's all I did. I used to do 11 trade and I wait for all panic and it all halt down when I bought it. I may should have wait for the green candle, but I always dip buy and to the level normally I look at 1 minute chart. For those, I look at 5 minute chart so I can see the bigger picture of where it may bounce and I can see the support and all that. That's how I play it. But yeah, most people buy breakout. Breakout work great on those, but for me, I normally buy dips. So
yeah. And you gotta figure that that large bounce from 100 up to 350 was a lot of short covering, and then after it recovered back up to 200, it might have been like people re-entering longs. But you agree that that was probably a lot of short covering that made it bounce from like 100 to
um,
maybe 200.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because I mean it fell
short
from
covering
high.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, like if I if anyone in their right mind and if they short around 300 before it panic, of course you can cover
Oh yeah.
around like 100 something. There's no chance of
Mhm.
you keep the thing, and especially when it keep hauled down and you didn't get a chance to get out. And once, like basically, you're gonna try to get out as soon as unhaul. Maybe you missed a few haul down. That's why, because the thing is, it hauled down so fast. Within like literally like 20 seconds. If you look away from your screen, it may you're on another haul down for you to cover. So most likely it's short covering because the thing is restricted on a lot of people buying on the thing. not only short covering, and after that they see the momentum come back, a lot of buyers start to jump back in as well.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah,
And
like
then you
me.
saw the shorts re-enter at
Yeah,
VWAP, which made it fade for the rest of the day. The
yeah,
shorts
yeah, yeah,
re-entered VWAP, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to know what your thoughts are on daily goals, because daily goals are actually something that I have, but I'm beginning to think that they might be limiting me on good days, and then uh, putting me in a bad state of mind on bad days. Do you use daily goals, or do you just kind of trade without any consideration to your P&L?
No, I trade without any consideration to P&L. Maybe it's not a great way, but sometimes I do like, oh, I'm at 7K. Maybe I'm gonna just try to get to 8K and I stop. And once I get to 8K, I like, okay, I'm gonna try to get to 9K. But like that stuff, that's what I do. But normally I do not have daily goal. I set my daily goal pretty low, but once I reach it, I keep pushing it. You know, I never stop. Like on what is it called? On Wednesday, I was like, okay, I'm just today look like a super duper slow day and nothing meet my criteria because I'm not comfortable trading AMC or GME. Everything else, nothing else. Like, okay, I'm just gonna reach my goal to 3K. But once I get to 3K, I keep pushing it and keep pushing it to next level, and I get to end up 7K that day. So yeah, I never set a really like, oh, I'm gonna stop if I reach to this amount of money. If
Mhm.
there's opportunity, I'm not gonna sit here and not trade, you know? I
Does that
feel
ever
like
have instances where because you didn't stop even like and you kept trading, so like you'll be up
yeah,
like say $10,000 and then you'll keep trading because there's opportunity and then you take like a really really big loss. Does that happen to you, or are you
of
generally?
course. Those days feel horrible.
Yeah, they feel
Yeah, yeah,
so
of
bad.
course, of course, of course. Those they feel horrible, but the thing is there's so little of those days compared to the day um I if I stop, then I would not make that much. Like if I stop on what's it called? On Thursday, I would not reach 18K. If I stop on Friday, I would not yes like today,
Mhm.
I would not reach 19K, you know, like
Yeah,
those
absolutely.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's
So
true. Yeah, because last Friday or
so
last
it's
Thursday, I had the same thing where I was gonna walk away after I hit 200, and then I ended up trading to 780. But then there's on the opposite end, there's days
yeah.
like today where I was up 400 and I ended the day at 280 because I was doing stupid stuff. But yeah, I think overall it helps me more than it hurts. Probably.
Yeah, like there's so many more day. It helped me more than the days that it what is it called? Cause a big drawdown for me.
Right.
So overall, you probably help you more, but then like you probably feel you only remember the time it hurt, you know.
Yeah,
So
the pain's
that's
more memorable.
the pain. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it stick with you more. So that then you start to set up the thing. I don't think it's ideal because the thing is you do not know what the market gonna give you that day, you know, and what happened all of a sudden the stock running. As long as you're able to keep your discipline, then it's fine. That's what I feel like. You know.
So one thing that's really cool, by the way, is that even though the market right now and over the last like month or two was nowhere near as good as the market we were trading back in March, April, May, you've been destroying
Uh-huh,
what you were doing back then. I mean, obviously you're trading more size, but I think it's very cool that
uh-huh.
even in any market, you're still consistently making more and more money, and you're not having setbacks. It seems like you're kind of every month growing as a trader, and you haven't really had like months where you perform worse than you did the month prior, unless that's just at least the outward appearance. Do you agree that generally every month you've been doing like better for the most part?
Uh, not really, because the
Oh,
thing
really?
is, July, like I told you, July I did good, then June I start, August I did bad, and September I started getting a little better. November I start, I guess from August until now I started getting better and better and better. But from July, which is my peak, then I hasn't like a day to day I probably past then, but my monthly I hasn't beat it then. July I make 110K. This month I made 106K because one negative five figure day on after my best screen day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
In July, was there any individual like stocks that really made you hit that 110, or was it just an overall good trading?
No,
across the board?
it's just the overall. Yeah, it's just overall, like July, because the thing is, l September, right? I'm not September, June, no red day for me. So July, I feel like invincible. Um, first 2 week of July, no red day either. And I got one red day in July, and after that, I still feel really, really great because the thing is, I feel like okay, there's no way I could go wrong because there's literally no red day yet, except for one mistake that I make on July, which I understand for not cutting loss. But yeah, there was literally like I feel like I was not afraid of any trade. And after August, I become really afraid of every single trade. I'm afraid of like a stock tanking every single time. That was my problem on August. But yeah, July I feel invincible basically. That's how I traded. But I did not know if that a great thing or not because the thing is, I was not trading like for my what is it called like emotion. It's basically just a what is it mechanic. Just come to muscle memory. Buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here. Where August, all my emotions start to come into play. That's what I feel like. I
Mhm.
think because July, I did not have any fear or any emotion to trading that much because I've been on such a big winning streak. I think that's contribution to like how I perform in July. But yeah, it's I think trading had to do a lot with your confidence. I
Absolutely.
started like even on the yeah, like if you got a big red day, it take me couple day to build up my confidence to get to my size again. So yeah, it's always like that for me, at least.
What is like so we already talked about you learned to cut losses more quickly because you suffered like a very very large loss, like almost could have been a like even larger loss. What other lessons have you kind of picking up across like your journey through 2020 and into 2021 that like have really stuck with you?
Uh, in 2021, um, so watching the other day, the main reason I picked up AMC able to make that much and started doing big size is honestly had to watch Mazda traders. Um, he actually hold for much longer than me. He also a scalper. He considered himself a scalper because he hold for like around 5 to 10 minutes.
Mm,
But yeah, he take huge size when it come like huge size. Like what is it called? He was taking a mill size on what is it GME,
mm.
like $1 million
Oh yeah.
dollar size on GME, one tray, and he positioned tray basically that tray. That inspired me to increase my size. So I guess like before I was like, okay, you should not focus. You should not try to learn everyone tray. Just focus in your own. But actually, like, you can learn from every single one. Like, I'm still continue watching, like, Investor Underground every Sunday scan that he have,
Mm,
and his swing trade is crazy how much he make. Uh, I really wanna improve in that too. It's just, like, I'm so focused as a scalper where he's a position trader.
yeah.
Um, swing trade is much easier for him. So, but yeah, I really want to develop in the area of trading because trading is such a vast, what is it, different way to trade
Yeah.
compared to just my own of scalping. So yeah, you can make so much more money if you can learn any other people technique. But yeah, so I'm still developing overall. I try to increase my way because the thing is, Investor Underground mentioned something really stuck with me. He said, want to size, if you want to increase to the new level, you cannot just scalping in and out every single second like that. Which is true. It's very consistent. Don't get me wrong. But then I would not able to get to like big winning if I'm just continue scalping. So that's why I start to come up with the development of having one. It only happened once in a while, but big size when the time is right and position it a little bit. Um, So that's stuck with me quite a bit. And also watching Master the other day make me increase my size and able to hold it for a little bit longer than I usual to. But yeah, I'm still trying to learn hold it a little bit longer. I'm still not holding it long enough at all. I can tell because every single time I sell my big position, it always bounce at least double of what it bounced from where I sell it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I nowhere patient enough yet. Um, but yeah, I still try to be a little bit more patient with my big position that could drastically increase my percentage, my winning by 50%. I mean, like my winning, yeah, for each trade by 50%. So yeah, I'm still working on that.
So
Um,
for
but yeah,
scalpers, to
that's
not limit yourself to exclusively scalping, get into either swing trading or
yeah,
position trading or both,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah,
doing both
I mean,
position
I'm
and
still
swing.
scalping, don't get me wrong, I'm scalping mainly, but
Mhm.
the thing is when the time is right, you should position, you know?
Yeah, I
You
I
should
agree.
position trading when the time is right. Scalp when the time is right is for you normally scalp, but when the time is, position, you should try to position trading instead of scalping that move.
And has, like, getting into position trading been difficult at all? Or has it been a very natural, skill for you to pick up?
Uh, it's pretty natural wise, but the thing is, just when I start pushing it on not A plus setup, then it burned me really bad, and with the drawdown, it hurt quite a bit. So it's also because it's scalping come with risk. It's always double of what your winning is. So my winning would be like 2,000, but then my when I lost, I could lost 4,000. So it's hurt pretty bad, and the drawdown is really if normally I don't lose much in my position trading, but the thing is, if I'm really you have to patient with position trading to know when to position trading and when to not to. But sometimes I'm so impatient, I get in the trade where I do not. Um, it's not an A plus setup. That's why I call it. I only position trade with big size with A plus setup. But sometimes because I'm so impatient to make money, I start to do big size in my scalping move. And when I do big size with my scalping move, I can't get out. Um, then it burned me bad. That's normally it. But overall, is pretty easy transition for me because it's still even though I call position trading, it's not like I'm holding for like 20 minutes.
Right.
I'm still only hold for like 2 to 5 minutes only, you know? Um, but yeah, that's quite a long time for me who normally hold only for like less than a minute. But yeah, 2 to 5 minutes is still considered scalping. So it's still easy to transfer to there. But if I have the hold where a lot of up, down, up, down, up, down, I still have anxiety where I only sell I'm still selling when it going up, up, up so slowly, so it's okay. But if I had the whole, "Oh, it's going up, oh, it's going down again, I'm back to negative," then I feel anxiety. But here I'm selling when it up, 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 up. That's normally I sell it.
So do
So
you
I never
normally
go
get
back down
emotional?
negative.
Do you normally get emotional when you're trading?
Mm, recently, no, because I hide my profit and loss,
Oh,
especially in Cobra. Cobra Cobra, I just know my average price. That's it. I don't know where how much I'm up, how much I'm down. Where Thinkorswim, sometime I do know how much I'm up, how much I'm down. That's why sometimes I like trade on Cobra more because I did not know my my what is it called?
your
My
P&L.
how much I'm up, how much I'm down. I just know my average price, so I know where I should get out. And so basically, I just base off chart and that, so it doesn't scare me when negative bigs or positive big or something. I just know that okay, the thing just based off the chart now. Average price, this where you get in, that's where your average price, and that's it. And this how we share. That's it.
Has not checking
So
your
that help a
P&L
lot.
helped you? Like, made you better?
I would say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely. It give me way less emotional during trade. Um, way less emotional during trade actually, because the thing is, I think that I would feel super duper nervous if I able to see my P&L, because especially with my size, because I'm not used to see. Okay, back in the day, if I see -500, I feel emotional, super emotional already. But right now, sometimes I draw down 1,000, 2,000, or something like that. So I know I know I would get super emotional, but the thing is, I don't see the drawdown, so it's okay. So I guess that help, but I do get out, when the time I need to though, so
Mhm.
it also help. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I might have to take
yeah,
that advice and try out, hiding my P&L and see
yeah,
how it
I just
goes.
have average price and yeah. I just have average price and the amount of share that I have. That's it.
Hmm. That's interesting. I think for 20 or for February, I'm gonna hide my P&L every single day and see how it changes my results.
Yeah,
You
I still check my P&L afterward, after the trade, but I do not check it while I'm in the
Oh,
trade.
so after every
That's it.
trade, you still check your P&L.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course, to
okay,
see
okay.
where I'm standing at that day.
Okay,
But the
okay.
thing is, during while I'm in the trade, I don't wanna get emotional, you know? But
Okay.
after the trade is over already, there's no emotional about it. So it's fine to check after, but during the trade, I do not know.
Okay, but
That's
so if
it.
you take like a $2,000 loss and then you go and check your P&L and see that you took a $2,000 loss, like you're not gonna like start trading emotionally or get like other like upset or nervous or any of
Yeah,
that.
no, I don't think so because, what is it called? I do get emotional sometimes and try to get it back, but then there's a part of me always try to pull back up. Like, like the other day I lost on VNTR where I was up by 5,000. Uh, then that one trade cost me 4,000 because again, I did not wait for the rate setup. Uh, it it does get me emotional. I do want to revenge trade. I do have feel the urge of revenge trade. And I was checking my profit and loss at the time because I was bag holding it too. I could get out for like 1,000 something loss, but then I was bag holding it. What is it called? I feel emotional, but I do want to revenge trade. But the thing is, there's a part of me always hold me back. Like, okay, if you want the revenge trade, you need to take big size. And when you have to revenge trade at big size, you have to get in where you could get in. And a lot of time, those kind of stock would not let me in with big size at the right with the bet setup because it's
Mhm.
really hard to feel if you're just scalping it. But so yeah, I draw out my level and I get my big size, but then I only say, okay, I only get back in here if you get to there. But most of the time, it never happened where I able to get back in. So during that day, I didn't able to get back in at all. I need to be able to scalp trade. Just some part of me always being super emotional about it.
So I actually have a question about your order execution. I noticed that whenever you're trading, if your intention is to take 2,000 shares, instead of just having 2,000 like shares typed in at the quantity, you might do something like 700 shares and then click buy 3 times. Why did you decide to do like 700 3 times instead of just typing in like 2,000 or 2,100?
Um, so what is it called? Let's say if my intention of doing scalping trade, then I got my full size right away. But if my intention of positioning trade, then I do multiple of five, around 4 to 5 times total. Uh, because the thing is, if I show all my size of 80,000 at one time, I'm most likely not going to get filled. Where my scalping, where 20,000, I can get filled pretty decently quick most of the time. So there's no problem there. But that's the main thing. That's only the main thing because the big size you kind of have to get in each level. That's like I say for my position trading big size. I'm not looking for a perfect bottom.
Mhm.
Uh, whereas a scalp trading, I would get in 2,000 if the price is 10,000, I try to get 2,000 share, I would put 2,000 share right away. I'm not hesitating to do like 500, 500, 500 because it is a scalp trade.
Okay, so you only do like partial whenever you're doing the position trading, but when you are scalping, then you'll actually just do your full share size.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I had seen a couple times where you had done like the scaling in, and I just wasn't sure uh if that
N
was something you
I
did
do
all
my
the time.
not no, I do like 80% of my share size, not my full share size. Like 80 or 70 to 80% of my full share size when I first scalping.
Mhm. And that's just so you can
Then I
add
can add a
20%.
little bit. Yeah.
Gotcha. One thing that you mentioned earlier is that your sister has gotten into trading and that she's doing well. And I know from our prior conversations that she's still like pretty beginner. What recommendations or advice did you give her when she was getting into trading that's helped her become successful so quickly? Like, what
I
advice would
don't
you have
know.
for
This week
beginners?
she this week she also have a breaking record week too. She got basically to my winning level. Today she makes 7.5K. That yesterday she make like 6K or something like that. Uh this week she do really, really well too compared to me. And she most likely short position is hard. When she first start trading, she's just looking for I tell her what video to watch. I tell her what to look up. Basically, I and she's sitting for like 1 day. That's it. Um, Beside that, she start to just learning and developing. And I just talk to her overall about like her mentality. That's about it. Beside that, every single thing else she developed herself.
So she's
Um,
mostly done this herself.
she asked me. She no no no. She trade. We never on the thing. We never on the call to say, "Oh, I'm getting here. I'm getting here." We just telling after, "Oh, do you trade that? Oh, do you trade that? Oh, that trade was nice." Like that. That's about it.
Hmm.
Um, but beside that, she would for shorting wise, she the one who developed it herself, and I try to emulate it, but I cannot. But the thing is, for longing, she did ask me about question about my thought about each trade. That's about it. Beside that, I didn't teach her much. I guess just able to learning from me from my mentality of what I think about that, and she just adapted really quick. She always a quick learner though. Basically, every single thing I learn, she basically able to copy pretty fast. She always been that way. So yeah,
Because you said she's been trading now for what, 2 months?
yeah. She traded for what is it called? She traded with me during August and August and that's about it. August and after that she just got back again because she have a kid, right? She
Right.
just gave birth. So she traded for 1.5 month in August and what is it called? Oh no. In July. July until beginning of August. That's when she trade yeah. July and mid August. She stopped and she gave birth. And after that she just jumped back in for like a month now.
I mean, you gotta
Uh,
admit that's like really incredible that she's been trading for a month and a half. And you said this last week she brought in easily over 20,000. Like, that's kind of crazy. What videos did you recommend and
yeah.
stuff like that? Like which videos?
No. The videos recommend is very basic. It's just because she learned from scratch. It's basically I recommend Investor Underground, uh, beginner trading. What is it called? Learn how to beginner trade, something like that. Lesson 1 to 8, and also there's advanced trading. And I also got the DVD from Tim Gattani, Trading Ticker, and I also got DVD from uh, Trading Tandem from Investor Underground as well. Back in the day when I had it, I just sent up that, and she learned from there. And after that, I told her to watch. She watched some humble trader, and after that, she do position trading. But position trading didn't work out well for her. I told her to watch me, and she started to adapt to me, and she got some winning in the beginning, but long was never her thing. And after that, she switched to Cobra, and Cobra she able to make pretty good. Like 2 weeks, she make 10K, and after that, she just gave birth. And after that, she just jumped back recently. She started shorting again, like her old method. and she able to do pretty well because 2 weeks ago it was basically a bear week. The momentum has died down, so shorting is much easier. But last this week, she can see the momentum shift just like me, and she start to dip by, panic, and also basically try to trade almost exact as me, and she start to do breakout trading as well. But yeah, she learned pretty fast. But beside that, that's not much else. Like today, because I wake up late, and she say, "Yeah, I'm already up 3K." So oh man, because the thing is, my phone dead, and I wake up at around like 9. This is the first time I ever wake up at 9. I normally wake up at 7:30 max. But I wake up at 9. She like, "Oh man, I'm up by 3K." I was like, "Oh my god." So then I took a huge sigh on that trade. Within 5 minutes, I up by 2K. I tell her back, and that's why I was like pushing it today too, and that's why I'm able to take big size. Maybe it's not a great thing, but I push myself just so I can beat
I'm
beat
the
her
same
right there
way.
because
I'm
I
the
do not
same
want.
way. There's
I'm
a
very
there's a guy
competitive.
I'm working with. His name is VJ, and I've been having him on my live streams that I'm doing on Twitch because I've been streaming my trades lately on Twitch. It's twitch.tv
Mhm,
slash Eric Green Trading One. I'm
mhm,
gonna put the link in the description. But
okay.
I'm the same way with him. Whenever he's beating me on the day, I just suddenly like today I scaled up, for the first time in a month and a half because he was ahead of me. I went up from 1,000 to 1,300, which I'm proud of myself. I'm finally scaling up because I've been chicken for way too long, way too.
Yeah.
Super competitive though.
Yeah, if you see consistency, there's no point of not scaling up, you know? I
Yeah.
feel like.
So overall,
But
then
yeah,
she
I'm
just
super
picked it up
competitive.
herself.
Overall, she picked it up herself, but mainly she picked uh, I tell her basically every single thing how to think, and she able to keep it, you know?
Hmm.
Most people, if I say this a way you supposed to think, they just like, "Oh, okay," and during the trade, they don't execute it. But
Yeah.
when I tell her this the way you supposed to think about this each trade, she able to copy, emulate that. I guess. But yeah, she learned pretty quick. But she basically now trade like me kind of thing. She basically trade with me, a little bit less size, and she's able to short as well, which is great. She's short on she's short way better than me. But yeah, she trade like me on a long size and short better than me. So yeah, she could be make more of the money than me later
That's crazy, man. And she's been doing it for
if
so
if she
short.
size up. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you might have some competition coming, dude. You might have created a trading
yeah,
monster.
yeah,
Anyways, we're closing
yeah.
in on 1 hour. Uh, I think we already asked like what advice you'd have for some beginners. So I guess my final question is, what is your goal for 2021?
Okay,
Do you have a goal?
I have advice for beginner.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I do have advice for beginner. I keep forgetting. So advice for beginner, like I always tell all beginners, they always had to start out with small size. Uh, that's the main key because the thing is, most people go in this, they keep thinking about how much money they're gonna make. It's not, they never think about how much money they're gonna lose because most of the time you go in this game, you're gonna lose money instead of making money, and most people kind of try to in the mentality of making money, so they always try to like, okay, if I want to make $200 a day, this is the size I have to take. But they don't consider for that size they have to lose around 200 or $300 a day as well. So yeah, they never think about how much they lose. They always think of how much they want to make and according to that size. But they have to think about how much they comfortable to lose for a long time. Like they have to comfortable to lose 50 to $100 a day for the next 6 months or something like that. And that's how they should size. It's not how much they want to make in next 6 months for each day, how much they want to lose. Then because the thing is, most people never gonna make it because they blew up before they even able to learn or get comfortable with the way they trade. So yeah, sizing is matter a lot in beginning.
I totally agree, and that's something I talk about all the time. Before you scale up, I think it's something you have to earn. I think scaling up is something that it's like a privilege that you reward yourself for after doing well. Like you don't want to scale up when you're doing badly. You want to scale up when you're on a hot streak. So first, go and establish that you know what you're doing. then you can scale up and keep scaling up as you maintain your consistency. Because even though trading you can get rich quick, I don't think that that's the mentality that you get into trading with. You know what I mean? It just kind of happens as a byproduct of disciplined trading. Would you agree for the
Yes.
most part? Yeah.
Yes, agree.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
to
that's
wrap it
totally.
up, I want to know what your goals are for 2021 because we've already talked about that you want to work on position trading and maybe even swing trading. And I know you're maybe even looking at getting deeper into shorting. Do you have any like monetary goals for 2021, or is it just gonna play it by ear and see how it goes?
My goal is like if you talk about money wise, um, my goal is like I always say, making around $8,000 a day on average. $8,000 a day on average. That's my goal. $8,000 a day on average, basically $2 million
Oh yeah.
a year. Uh, but yeah, so that's my goal. But yeah, um, that's what I aiming for, but I would take whatever market give me, honestly. I've been too up and down to of how much I'm making already. So because the thing is, if I put too much effort into how much I'm gonna make each day, I would feel depressed and not even happy, you know? And the point of making money is so you can be happier. And if I keeping feel depressed because I'm making $2,000 or $3,000 a day instead of making $8,000 a day, I'd rather be happy than that. I mean, I'm gonna still pushing, try to learn new thing and push myself forward, but I'm not gonna have a mentality of like, okay, I'm have to make this much to make me happy. But yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it for sure. And sometimes I think I forget that the purpose of making money is to enjoy it and not to put stress on yourself. I definitely needed to hear that. Um. Anyways, I'm gonna be wrapping up this video. Thank you guys for watching, and Kyle, thank you for coming on and just kind of talking about what you've been up to and how you've been doing. I'm gonna be putting Kyle's YouTube channel in the description. He's not really uploading too much right now, but he may get back into it into the future when he finds an editor. So definitely go and subscribe. And Kyle, if you have any parting words, otherwise we will be wrapping it up here.
yeah. Thank you very much for having me here, Eric. Yeah, great talking to you, man.
All right, guys, that is gonna be it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.